Welcome to Louisiana Heartbeats. I'm Sudie Landry, and I am so excited that finally I have this young lady with me today on the show. We had to reschedule her due to problems that came up with me not being able to talk. And since this is a talk show, I need to talk. So I want to thank Sherryl Guillory for coming in. She's an artist, and she said, and she promised that when she had her first showing, that she would come on my show. So thank you so much that you kept that promise, and boy, have you been busy.
Yes, I have. I am been very busy, and also very grateful for it too.
Let me add this real quick.
Okay.
Sherryl is from our Lafayette area, and she's an artist, and she just spits those paintings out like crazy. And lately, she has had doors open for her that is just opening and opening. So I'm excited that we're going to be able to take this and turn it into 2 shows so that we can get all of her current artwork and paintings that she's done with a little story behind it. So I want you to know this is show number 1, and we will be coming back with show number 2. Now, to get us started, when did you paint your first painting, your first artwork?
First artwork. I've always drawn. I've always done something in art. The latest memory I have is like whenever I was 8 years old. My aunt, you see, I used to draw Snoopy on his doghouse all the time. And I had an aunt who came to me one time, and she came and she gave me my first sketchbook, some oil pastels, drawing pencil, and erasers.
Wow.
And it's like it took off, and I've never really put down the pencil or the pastels or anything related to it until I got sick with breast cancer in 2012, and everything just stopped. But the moment I'm starting to come back, it's like when everything is like snowballing. I'm getting all kind of opportunities to actually showcase my art in different areas around town, different galleries around town. And I'm so excited.
Well, I want to add also to this that I monitor her on Facebook, and she shares everything she's doing, and I'm amazed at just how many you crank out, how fast you do so. You definitely have a passion, and things inspire you, and you told me earlier that you draw from life.
Yes.
So therefore, there's some amazing artwork coming.
Yeah. Whenever I was going to college, my advisor asked me, I was a liberal arts major, and she asked me, because I was majoring in mass communications, and she asked me, he asked me, I should say, what do you want to do as your minor? I said, visual arts. And the lady, there were 2 art teachers there, and I can't remember her name.
Continue on.
But one of the ladies there, one of the art teachers there, she was a master artist, which means she learned her art from the old masters.
Okay.
And every so often she would grab like a couple of promising students, you would say. Well, I was one of the students she grabbed along with another one, and she stuck with us.
What an honor.
Yeah, I know. She stuck with us, and she made me work as an apprentice, and the other lady too, we worked as an apprentice, and we were both older than some of these kids who were there, but she stuck with it, and she made sure that we learned everything from how to draw, what kind of pencils are available, what kind of mediums are available, how to mix color, how to maintain your studio, just everything. Everything you could possibly know what an artist does. She gave me this information, and I guess she saw the same thing in me what my aunt also saw in me too, that I actually had the creative ability, the talent to do
Isn't
art.
that amazing that even at a young age that something triggers and gives us that passion, and later on we just really realize, wow,
Yeah.
that's what they call aha moments,
Yeah.
huh? And even at 8 years old, so you had that desire, you had that excitement, and you still do.
Yeah.
And through your life experiences, you haven't given up, and as things got better, you've continued on.
Mm-hmm.
My other question was going to be, what inspires you to paint? And you had said life itself.
Yeah. Anything.
And you have a special name that you mentioned that you created for your style of art.
I call myself art curious, and I call that because I'm into everything. Any new technique that's around, any kind of new mediums, any colors, because they're starting to mix different colors now in paints that whenever I learned a long time ago how to paint in oil. Miss Joanne taught me how to paint in oil, and I taught myself how to paint in acrylic. And I've noticed like the whole variety has changed. And you have a lot available, whereas I was mixing the colors that I wanted back when I was in college.
All right.
The colors have all been prepackaged for you already. You know, it's just changing the values in the colors.
Wow, how it's making it easy for people.
It's easy.
If it's the color you want, do you ever adjust the color anyway?
Oh, yeah. There's always values. They give you a neutral color, and you just find the value. And I'm having fun. My studio, unfortunately, isn't equipped to handle oil, so I can't do oil right now, but I can do acrylic, and I've been doing acrylic. I fell in love with acrylics, and mainly because of all my my abstracts, because abstracts, you could do them real fast in acrylic, and they turn out, you know, because you have just this amount of time, small amount of time to complete it before the paint's dry, and I just love it. It's so much fun. It's like, I love being curious in art because it gives
And curious means you're going to try something, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do that.
Sometimes I push the envelope, I want to say.
Yeah.
And I like to do things that oh, okay, what can I say? That are like sort of like out of the box kind of thing.
Sherryl Guillory style.
Yeah, and I don't like to be like boxed into, okay, well, you just do this, or you just do that. No, I do this. And I don't want to limit myself because I can't limit my art. I don't want to limit my art because art is too much fun to do.
I hear the excitement in your voice, and the more you talk about it, the more excited you get, and that's how I am when it comes to featuring artists, because and featuring authors and all that. Well, you want to share a little bit about what this picture's about and what inspired you, or what kind of art it is?
Okay, this is from my first show at Gallery Art downtown, and now it's currently hanging at the City Day Arts. I have an art show there now until September. The end of September, and this is was painted from life. I created my own background color because I was just having fun.
Okay, looks good.
My background color is like I mixed together a Mars black, a primary red, primary blue, a primary yellow, and mixed it all together. And I got
It looks so real. It really looks real, the flower itself. Wow. I thought it was a snapshot, and it's actually
I call it a teacup because it's shaped
painting.
Like,
It's actually a painting.
Yeah, I call it teacup because it looks like a teacup, you know, with the handle and everything.
All right, okay.
And but my background is like every time my paint, after I got through mixing it, my paint was so thick that every time I do it this way, it put paint on the canvas, and whenever I did this way, it took paint off the canvas.
Oh, that's not
That's
fun.
how I got the little reflection or that kind of.
Well, you did it on purpose, or was it an accident? Because it looks good.
It was an accident, and then whenever I realized what the paint was doing, I let it go. I just let it go, and then
creativity. Creativity.
And then I drew on top of it, you know, the teacup calla lily, and like you said, it was drawn from life, and
beautiful.
yeah,
And it really is. Well, do you want to talk about something else or move to the next
we
picture?
can go to something else. Like I said, it's at City Day Arts.
Awesome. It's okay. We want to make sure people know that.
Yeah.
All right, next picture. And as he is getting to the next picture, we will continue talking.
Besides City Day Arts, I also have a painting hanging at the UL Fletcher Hall too.
Now, this is the first exhibition that you have already done, and things are hanging at City Arts right now.
Yes.
And this picture here is hanging where?
This is City Day Arts.
Okay, great, okay.
This is also at City Day Arts. This, I used to love an art history class, and this came from, you ever heard of Piet Mondrian?
Yes.
This is one of his things. I sort of like borrowed
Boy, is it different, huh?
I borrowed it from him. His was, I think his is about the size of the room, but this is like 24 by 48, and it's done on
Wow.
professional canvas. But his was a limited kind of canvas, kind of palette. He used like only primary colors like the red, blue, and he used a lot of white. With this one, I went towards the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors on the color wheel.
Do you name your paintings?
Well, this is called Chasing White. This is
Okay.
because white is primary
Okay.
on the canvas, and also Mondrian used like a little thin white line in between his black lines. Well, what I did is I brought the black line up on each side, and I also added a gray line next to the black line, and it gives it like a 3D effect.
Yes, it looks wonderful for someone like me who doesn't know a whole lot, but I think it's pretty.
People have been asking me, since I painted it, I've gotten all kind of inquiries about it, asking me about it.
Curious, yeah.
And I just painted it just because the idea just came in my head. I just wanted to do it. It seems
But you
like
see, given the story behind it makes me understand, and I'm sure other people, wow, where's those little white lines at? Stuff like that.
But if you go see it in person, you'll see that it is 3D, and it plays with your eyes, and it's pretty too. A lot of people have complimented me. I can't say complimented me on the.
It's different. We have such a variety of styles there. So, you want to move to the next picture?
Oh, it's a different. I want to say I
Okay, wait a
spent
minute.
like 100 hours working on this.
That's good to add that. Add that on there.
Because
100 hours to do this.
Because the thing kept changing on me. It's like the colors just kept changing on me. I said, okay. But it took me over 100 hours just to do that one painting.
Wow. You see, that's interesting, and it's something that needs to be appreciated from people looking at the art. They love the stories. I know. I often wonder what it would be like to go to a gallery and just look and then hear the stories that you're saying. So thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to say about this picture?
Other than that, it's called Chasing White. Chasing White is pretty well self-explanatory because white is primary.
Okay.
And it is at Cities de Arts currently hanging.
Wow, that's our local area. People need to check that out too. And for more information, they can always send you an email or check out your art page to find out what you're doing, what's hanging where, and what you're doing, okay? So we're going to go ahead and switch over to the next picture. And he may be walking on out. So what do you want to talk about?
Okay,
We'll be back in a
besides
minute.
doing just artwork on my own for galleries and museums, I also do commission pieces.
All right.
And my commissions, I've been doing pet portraits lately. And
Did you say pet, like woof woof and meow?
yeah, pet
All
portraits.
right.
I've been doing that. It's a lot of fun. It's really agonizing, but it's a lot of fun.
Now, do you actually have people, when you're doing these portraits of the animals, do you have them send you a picture and you go from that? You're not actually trying to
No, not trying to
Not trying to-
not trying to get a, what do you call them?
stay there and pose? And all
Yeah,
that?
no, that'd be impossible.
Do you know, I just recently saw 2 pictures of someone who had someone do a pet portrait, and it was amazing. They were amazing.
Pets I find are very hard to do because of
And
the
people
detail.
love their fur babies.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
They
what?
do. They really do. And like I said, I draw from life, so I try to make it as accurate as possible. And I've been doing commission work, pet portraits, and I'm doing other things
Now,
too.
when did you start doing that? I mean, you.
Right after that show I had with.
When was that show?
The show at Gallery or Downtown was in April. It ran all during April during festival, and I had a chance.
They do many events there, downtown. Are we talking downtown, like Jefferson Street and all the art walk and all that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a show during Art Walk, and it was up during festival. And
See, there's a lot of people who don't know all of this is happening unless we tell them, and you're doing a great job. And that's why I wanted you to come on the show, so that we could just share these shows and say, hey, this is what's going on. If you update, if you want to be a part of it, go check it out,
Well, you could go still see my pieces up now, because they are hanging now between 8 and 5 the time that City Day Arts is open
Okay.
on the weekdays, and I know other artists have their pieces up too at other galleries, like 8 to 5, or sometimes they stay open later on.
So
during the weekdays.
how did you get all these invitations that's showing up all of a sudden? It's amazing. I know you're getting out there fast, really.
Well, okay, let me tell you about City Days Arts. I wasn't
Please.
expecting it, okay? I wasn't expecting, matter of fact, I had bought a pack of hooks so I could put my paintings up in my apartment. And I was thinking, oh, well, I'll just have to wait. And the same day I got the hooks, well, actually the day after, Danny from City of the Arts asked me, he called me up and he asked me, would you like to hang your paintings at City of the Arts? I said, oh my goodness, yes. And then he
What an
said,
invitation, yes.
and then he asked me, he said, Cheryl, would you be willing to hang them for 2 months during August and September? I thought,
Sure.
sure, yes, please, thank you. And they've been hanging up since July 16th. I've been
And
hanging
we're
them
now
up
in August,
slowly.
almost starting, yeah.
And I had my art show just last weekend on Saturday.
And how did that go? It's exciting.
It was crazy. It was fun. They also had at City's Day Arts, they also had a award show called the Rosies. So there was a whole bunch of people
Oh,
there.
yeah, I know.
And
And
I
there's
was
someone that was being
excited.
nominated for that, too, yeah.
And I was excited, and a lot of people I heard them comment, like, they liked my stuff, and they wanted to know who the artist was, and that kind of thing. And I was all excited. I said, thank you.
So you're standing there, and they want to know who the artist is, and you go, hi, that's me.
Well, they would point me out, Danny and
Amen. Amazing.
Yeah, they
Okay,
were
we're going to go ahead and go to the next picture also, but continue on with anything you might want to say. Oh,
okay.
what's that?
This is called Reaction, and this one came about. I was out with one of my fellow artists, one of my girlfriends, and we were at Atmosphere, and I had been I was at work just thinking about these paintings, and this
Well, that's different.
This I owed to my daughter-in-law. She wanted me to do her pet portraits, but she wanted me to do it in black and white only. So this thing was rolling through my mind all day long about black and white, and doing the pet portraits. Well, whenever I got to Atmosphere, I met up with my friend. I told her, I said, I need to get this out. I said, I just have to find something to get it out because it's been in my head all day long while I was at work. And so I grabbed a couple of napkins, and I had an ink pen in my purse, and there were just happened to be colors on the table. I was all excited, and that was what resulted with was the colored one, I believe. Yeah, I believe the colored one came from the napkin, and that is called Reaction. And if you see the other one, it's called Bounce, and that's black, white, and gold.
Wow.
So, and this is also at City Days Arts.
Okay, and
This is done on wood, too, by the way.
I was
I
going
do
to say,
wood and
what's
canvas.
Wood
yeah.
and canvas. I thought I had read up something was different about it. And the name of it, you call it again, is Reaction?
Reaction, yeah.
Reaction. So you use different materials, too, and different styles to do.
This one has like it's called it's a medium. It's called black lava medium, and you can mix it, or you just let it hang out on its own, and it does its own thing. It's pretty, and it makes it sort of like a glitter effect, and it does all kind of things to the paint
Well, I didn't
itself.
understand what it was all about, but it's really a nice picture. It's different.
Yeah, it's different. It looks the concept is kind of plain, and I wanted it that way. But I wanted to showcase, just like I did with the Mandarin, to show the colors and and make it with the little dots and all the
And the little
lines.
boy in the back, the little picture of the little boy. Is that a little boy?
Oh,
in
that
the
little
back?
boy is my son.
All right. I'm like, who's the little boy?
Oh, that little boy is my son. My 32-year-old son. Oh my God.
You see, I noticed that. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. He's got to be in there for a reason.
Yeah, that's in my apartment.
Okay.
And anyway, but the lines represent like the action of the balls, the circles.
Okay.
And that's why I call it reaction. And, they change in color and, just like you have like a chemical reaction kind of
Okay.
thing.
All
I
right.
call it reaction.
So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next picture. And we have 5 minutes left in the show.
Yeah,
We're having
yeah.
fun. We got a lot of good stuff that you're going to share too. As I said, we'll get it in
Yeah.
between the two shows.
Oh, great.
Wow,
Oh.
that looks good.
This one is called
What is
Fade to
that?
Pink. This one is hanging at the UL exhibit. in Fletcher Hall. I was asked the same day. Matter of fact, oh, I was so excited. I had applied to have my some of my artwork hung at the exhibition.
Was that a commission piece?
No, this is not a commission
Okay,
piece.
all right, we'll talk about that.
For UL, and I used 3 of my abstracts, and this was the one that got chosen. And
Fade to Pink, why the name?
Fade to Pink.
I see the pink.
Yeah, it is Fade to Pink, and it was. I did this one because of the Russo Gallery show, but I did this one because I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Okay, yes, good
And
news.
whenever whenever you're diagnosed with breast cancer, it's like your life is no longer as it is. You've slowly become pink, and you're fading to pink. That's the reason. And the
Okay.
symbols behind the butterflies are because that's one of the symbols. Because breast cancer has the pink
Yeah,
butterflies.
okay, you see.
And I just have like the flowing of the butterflies because you're slowly changing. And every so often, if you look at it, there's a box and there's a butterfly trapped in the box.
Oh, and see, I see it now that you bring it up, yeah.
And and it's all detailed on the bottom. Like you could read what's on. Incidentally, the brown on the bottom. Mm-hmm. That's the same paint I used for the butterfly and for for the teacup too. So all the colors are the same.
Wow, that's amazing. We have 3 minutes in the show, so you want to move to the next picture?
sure.
All right.
Yeah, this one's at the UL Fletcher Hall.
Okay.
This one too. This is at Citizens Arts, and it's from my Russo collection. And
What is the name of that one?
this one's called Fight Like a Girl.
Fight Like a Girl.
Yeah, the breast cancer
Oh,
side.
it is. Okay, I can see the gloves now.
Yeah,
Okay.
the old-fashioned leather gloves. This one came about because the breast cancer side had like pink, dainty little gloves, weren't very worn. Well, my cancer fight was very different. Mine was a very tough fight.
Tough fight,
Even
yeah.
though I was diagnosed with stage 2, it was
It's
very
a tough fight. I
it
have a
was tough
relative
fight.
going through that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so I made mine old-fashioned leather gloves that's been scuffed and marred and been through
through
some
it.
battles, and
The real battles,
That's why I
yeah.
said fight like a girl, and I wanted to really showcase the fight, the spirit that's in every breast cancer.
I like that story.
patient.
I really do. I love that story behind that portrait
But
right
this
there.
is also hanging at Cities de Arts.
Wow, and it's going to be there 2 to 3 months? Is that
It's going to run the rest of till the end of September.
September, and we're now at the end of August, so wow, okay,
Yeah.
great.
Also,
And they're open like from what, 8 to 5 or something?
8 to 5 during the weekdays.
And they're located where?
Vine
It's on
Street.
Jefferson Street? No, wait a minute, it's not Jefferson Street.
It's Vine Street, 116 Vine. I
Wow,
wanna
look it
say.
up, you'll be able to find the information.
Yeah, you
That's
can't
awesome.
you can't
We
miss
love
anything.
showcasing that, and they're opening more and more doors for our locals.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Speaking about that, doors opening. I'm involved heavily with Basin Arts on Clinton Street downtown,
Okay,
and Dirk Guidry and
okay.
Claire Cook, the
I know his
owner.
name. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay.
They just started a new thing called Bare Walls, and what it is, I can't wait. Rather than having, these businesses go to these big box furniture stores and buy paintings from unknown artists,
Yeah,
they want to bring local artists and local businesses together.
yes, great idea.
It's sort of like a rent program, but it's like,
I'd love for you to share that, where I can keep sharing that on Facebook, on AOC, because, man, that is so awesome. And the name again is what?
Bare Walls.
Bare Walls. Well, we have about maybe 2 minutes left in the show. Do we have any more pictures, Director, to be shown? If so, move on to the next picture.
Oh, that's my commission piece. That's one of my
like
puppy
it.
portraits. I just completed that one. That one's like maybe.
Look how
It took me.
good.
I'm very. Whenever I get paid for something, especially my art, I put all my heart into it, and I make sure that not only are you getting what you want, but you're also getting a good quality product. I don't want to like give them shabby kind of stuff.
That looks amazing.
And that was maybe 3 or 4 layers of paint.
Again, it looks real. It looks real. Well, listen, I'm going to have to go ahead and close out this show. See, I mean, you have so much awesome material, and I'm glad we got to show the fur pet, the pet, But I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching on Facebook also. And we have Sherryl Guillory here. She's from Lafayette area, and she also has had her first art showing, and she's got other art showings booked. And if you'd like more information, then you can check out her art page, or you can check out and send her a note to her email. Otherwise, I want to thank you for coming in, and also too, we're going to do part 2 in a few minutes. And so thanks, Facebook. Be sure to share with people, and she'll keep you updated where she's going to be next. So thank you for watching. I'm Sudie Landry, and today is my guest, Sherryl Guillory. And Cheryl, anything you'd like to say while the credits are rolling?
Just thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm excited. Thank you so much for being so patient, but it's always worked out perfect. Thank you so much. I look forward to the second show.
Me too. Thank you. Okay.